Good morning. My name is Golda Harkins. My student ID is 101-273-140, and I will be walking you through my Health and Fitness Club database today. Let's start with my diagram. I have a Chen diagram, Chen notation diagram. The main entity is the account entity, which has a unique identifier by account ID. It has a role, which is one of member, trainer, or admin, and each account has a first name, last name, email, and phone number. Specifically, member accounts can store health metrics and goals. So it can log health metrics in a one-to-n relationship and record goals in a one-to-n relationship. Both health metric and goals have one account they are associated with via the foreign key account ID indicated by the dotted line. Health metrics have a metric name, a metric value, and the time they are logged. Goals have a goal type, target value, start date, end date, and status, which is one of active, completed, or canceled. Account is, again, one of member, trainer, or admin. And the member and trainer accounts have the ability to have relations with bookings. Let's start with the trainer. So one trainer can have multiple bookings, and one booking has only one trainer that teaches the class. Here, the one-to-n relationship describes that. And the account ID in booking is for the trainer account over here. So this account ID is for the trainer that teaches the class. The members can register for multiple bookings, and bookings can have multiple members that register for them. So, because we have an M-to-N relation, we have put in an associative identity called registration. It has an account ID and a booking ID relating to the booking and account that the member is registered for, and a registration ID, which is a unique identifier. Account is one-to-n for registration because one member can have multiple registrations, and booking is one-to-n to registration because one booking can have multiple members registered for it. A booking has room ID, which is a foreign key to the room that hosts it. A room can have multiple bookings. A booking can only have one room. Bookings have a start time and an end time. A booking ID, which is its unique identifier. A booking title and a booking type. Here we have a one-to-n relationship for booking because it can have multiple bookings, and rooms have capacities. They have a title and the room ID. Let's head on to our mapping and normalization. Feel free to look through these. I won't explain them. This is just my logic indicating how I mapped it from the ER diagram to DDL, and this is my proof that it is normalized. Let's head on to my DDL. So over here we have my DDL. We have the account. Okay. We have role that is checked as one of these three. We have status is checked as one of these three. Here we have goals here and health metrics here, referencing as a foreign key account ID and account, and on delete cascade. So if the member gets deleted, then the goal and health metric also get deleted. We have room, which is serialized its own ID. It has its title and capacity, default 1, because you have to have at least one person in a class. You have a booking, which has a foreign key to room ID and a foreign key to account ID, which is the trainer. The booking type can be either a class or it can be a personal training session. We have registration, which is a associative identity. It has a foreign key to account ID and a foreign key to booking ID, and these have to be unique, so there are no double bookings. Here we have added in some sample data. We have 2 trainers, 3 members, and 1 admin added in. Each one has IDs sequentially, so John is 1, Jane is 2, Eddie is 3, Steve is 4, Gord is 5, and Linus is 6. You cannot add any admins in this because that would be bad security. So use the admin here that is predefined as Linus. His ID is 6. If you would like to use Linus, You may, but you have to remember that his ID is 6. You can create trainers via Linus's login, and you can create members by signing up. We have 5 rooms IDs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, different capacities. We have different goals that different members have. We have health metrics that different members have, and we have bookings here that different trainers are teaching, and we have registrations that different members are signed up for. So let me head on to some demo. We have 4 options, 5 if you include exit. Let's start with option number 1. We know Eddie Vedder is account number 3, so let's log in as Eddie Vedder. Oh, I didn't change my account. Just give me 1 second. Let me drop this. Run this. And run this. Perfect. And rerun this. Okay, member login, account number 3. Does this not run? There we go. All right, now let's run this. Sorry about that. Login as number 3, Eddie Vedder. Okay, let's log a health metric. Let's say Eddie Vedder weighed himself this morning, and he weighed 220 pounds. And let's give Eddie Vedder a fitness goal. He wants to, say, deadlift 500 pounds by December 31st, 2025. Okay. Now, if we view dashboard, we can see that he now wants to, he did his weight this morning. Okay. That is today. And he now wants to also deadlift 500 pounds. The other ones were the predefined in the DML, as well as list the class. We can change settings. Okay, it says welcome Eddie Vedder. Let's change my name. Coulter Harkins. Okay, back. Now let's log out. We log in. Account number 3. It says Coulter Harkins now. That's what I was testing earlier. Let's log out. Let's log in as a new member. Okay, let's do Tom Petty. My email is tom@example.com. My phone number is 999-999-9999. Petty was created. Let's see his dashboard. He has no completed classes and nothing to sign up for. So why don't we give this guy something to work towards? Let's give him a fitness goal. Let's say he wants to long distance run in kilometers. Let's say 10. So he wants to run 10 kilometers by 2026, end of February. So 02/28. Okay. Now if you use dashboard, we can see that he wants to run. We can change his settings. We can change his email to, let's say, we change his email to eddie@example.com. What was that? Yeah, Eddie. I think it was Eddie. At example.com. So it already exists. So let's see what happens. This edge case, we change this. Eddie@example.com is already in use. Okay, let's try a different one. Change email. john.trainer@example.com. If it's someone other than the member, can we use it? Nope, we can't. Can I change my phone number to 111-111-1111? Yes, I can, because phone numbers don't need to be unique. So that will work. And we can go back and we'll log out. Let us log in as a trainer. Okay, my trainer account ID, there's only 2. So let's say I'm John. Sign in as John Doe, and we want to look someone up. Okay, we have Eddie Vedder, shouldn't exist anymore. Change my name. Okay, well, let's look up Coulter Harkins. He exists, right? All right, it shows my goals. Okay, let's look up, who did we just create? We just created, what was his name? Tom Petty, was it? Yep, now we have our long distance runs here. We can view assignments. There's only a couple classes given out that were here. Okay. And we can do the same settings as before. Let's log in as an admin. Let's log in as Linus Torvalds, the creator of Linux. Let's add a trainer. Okay, trainer, let's give it Stephen Doe, Stephen at example.com. Phone number will be 888-888-8888. Okay. Now let's schedule a class. Okay, so let's view rooms. There's private workout room 2, private workout 1. I don't think, which rooms haven't been used? I don't think room 5 has ever been used. Yeah, room 5 hasn't been used. So let's make a room with room 5. So let's schedule a class. Let's make it a private training session with Tom Petty. No. Stephen trains you. Let's do room 5. Let's do Stephen. What was Stephen's ID? Stephen's ID was 8. And let's have this tomorrow. And it's at 1 o'clock. So, and it goes till 2 o'clock. It was created. Now, if we log out, we log in as Stephen Doe. We view our assignments. We have Stephen Trains You booked from 2 to 4, 2 to 3, well, 1 to 2. I can't read. Tomorrow. Okay. We can go back to admin login. Sign us back as Linux. As Linus, we can view rooms. Okay, we have our rooms. We say we want to add a room. Okay, let's call it the squash court. Capacity 2, if you ever play squash. And we view rooms. Now we have a squash room. Okay. That is all the functionality that I have to show you today. Let me show you some edge cases though. I showed you the email if you log in. And what's another one? Say we want to book a class during a time that already exists. Okay. Let's do schedule class. Let's do class. Fitness circuit. And let's do it. What's a room? There's a class. Morning yoga is from 9 to 10. So let's do that. Room 1. We can do trainer 2. The date will be the same as the date is here. 03/10. And let's start at 9:30 and end at 10:30. Room is already booked during this time. So that is another edge case where you cannot double book. If it is, it will not book, and it will say room is already booked during this time. I don't think there's anything else that I needed to show you. Features work, success cases. Yeah. Okay. I'll show you some back end logic. So I kind of did too much for this, but that's okay because it's kind of cool and it's kind of fun. I have an account class, which is the account. It has a couple functions. Has change email, email exists, and sign up, sign in. So this is what I use for all members and trainers, or not sign up, but for members, trainers, and admins, you need to use this sign in. So I have a lot of SQL, and I'm sure you don't want to see all of it, but it all works pretty much the same way. Here's my query. Select all from account. I have something called prepared statement, where it uses a function called prepare, which is query and has a Boolean value for generated keys to be returned. So if I'm inputting something and I get a serialized key, I want to know what that serialized key is, so I can know the ID of someone.